Oh, sponsored by Aglaia.
In the legend's beginning, the world was just a lump of flour. Then the gods cast yeast into it.
Yeast
and
into
Albert
it.
was born from the dough.
Oh,
The Earth Titan
okay.
granted it a divine body, and the Reason Titan bestowed it with thought. Add in rich emotions, noble virtues. Oh, and don't forget
So
a
cute.
pinch of mischief.
That's so cute.
After that,
Wait,
the Romance Titan transformed into golden butterflies.
but chat, what if this is like
gently
a
touching their
Valentine edition?
chests to grant them the ability to love.
Because he's
There
making
is
something.
no word for romance in the Kremnoan language.
Is that so? I heard Nikador once failed in love and even got into a fight with their rival.
Huh? That's just a baseless slander. A wild tale meant to tarnish Nikador's name.
Oh, Dee. This story is quite well known in Akama.
Lady Tribbies, let me explain.
Oh, oh.
Nikador is not that kind of titan.
What is he making?
And so
Albert!
the first bird was born.
Oh my god!
Albie, do you like this story?
This amphoreus place. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
On such a romantic day, why don't we raise a toast to all the love and beauty in the world?
Hey, raise a toast. Oh, trailer time. Pause.
Mydei, can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you?
Oh. Guys, there's a lot of red.
You shall abandon your mortal body, King of Phainon.
Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
Hey! Wow!
This journey is forged in blood and flames.
Okay! Yo, Phainon!
Molded life. with
What
their
happened?
hands.
What?
3 guided Calamity's gate. 3 carved the heavens
Oh my God.
and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate.
Hello, we are Tribi, Trian.
So cute!
Fighting the west wind, away we go!
Nah, bro, they're so freaking cute. How are they gonna show us this right after we just saw Phainon stab Mydei? Oh, wait, who is this?
To end this, offer your souls.
Chat, who?
The
Holy-
son of Urgo is destined to be crowned in blood.
All will
Stay alive.
Can't be killed in a single.
Oh my god, it's him and Naxa.
See you again.
It's now my turn to fight against it.
Holy! Oh! Handsome! Oh, wow, what a red patch. Literally. Oh my god! First code! Yo, what a red patch. It was foreplay. Dude. Wow, that was... Hey man, that last post shot of Mydei sitting in the throne was good. Like, he looked good. But dang! Oh my god. And then we see, was it Tribbie? One of the Tribbies? Oh my god, chat. What's gonna happen? I can't wait for the story. For sure, this patch, I'm definitely gonna pull for both of them, hopefully. Mydei looks really cool, I don't know. I haven't had a male character in my account in a while. Maybe it's time to break it. Who do you think is gonna die? Will there be fake outs, chat?
Ooh, and whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.1 Light Slips the Gate, Shadow Greets the Throne special program. I'm your host, Albert. First, let's have our esteemed guests introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. We're Tribbie.
I am Mydei, the successor of Kremnos.
Greetings, everyone. I am Aglaya.
Once again,
Don't worry, Albert's
a
Albert.
warm welcome to our Chrysos heirs. Your golden presence has made this special program shine even brighter.
You flatter us, Mr. Albert.
You're right, chat.
By the way, how did you come to Amphoreus? Did you travel here with the two trailblazers by any chance?
Oh, it's a long story. One for another time. For now, let's just say that in Amphoreus, it'll be my duty to host this special program for everyone.
Welcome, Albie. Even though today's program has just begun, it feels like we've already revealed a lot about the new version, haven't we?
Oh, how so, Tribi?
Look, the version title, Light Slips the Gate, Shadow Greets the Throne,
Shadow
combined
greets the
with the
throne.
trailer we just watched, makes it clear that D will really shine this time.
If
Yeah.
that's the case, Lady Tribbios, then as a demigod of Yanis, the Passage Titan, you must also play a key role.
Patience, everyone. Whether this is true will all be
New
revealed in the
chapter.
Trailblaze mission of version 3.1. So in the last chapter, Nikador's core flame was retrieved, and now another Chrysos heir, Phainon, faces the Titan's trial.
With the arrival of the Trailblazers, the Flame Chase journey reached a major breakthrough. Together, the Trailblazers and the Chrysos heirs reclaimed Nikador's core flame. Afterward, Phainon resolved to undergo the trial to ascend to demigodhood and inherit the divine power of strife.
But as Nikador once murmured to Snowy, your will wavers. We're worried that Snowy's inner turmoil might affect his performance.
There's no need for undue worry, teacher. On the Flame Chase journey, the
I forget that they call her
heirs
Sensei.
support one another. Even if something unexpected happens to Phainon, we've prepared contingencies to ensure the trial proceeds smoothly.
Impressive as always, Aglaya. Ever so meticulous.
As you all know, the Flame Chase journey is still pressed for time. With Nikador's core flame reclaimed, it's time to plan for the next one.
Does this mean we're going to battle another Titan?
Aww.
Hey, not all core flames need to be reclaimed through violence. In version 3.1, our great hero, the Trailblazer, will act as an envoy, and along with their companions, set off for the Grove of Epiphany to continue our journey.
The Grove of Epiphany is a city-state that worships the Reason Titan, Circes. It's a cradle of knowledge for Amphoreus, and maintains a good relationship with Akuma. Besides researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans,
Wow.
they also provide academic research support
There's a
for
big
the Flame
Titan
Chase journey.
And
According to legend, at the dawn of their existence, the Reason Titan, Circes, descended in the form of a giant sacred tree. And around their roots, a large, verdant forest gradually formed.
The generous Circes allowed those who sought knowledge to study and rest there, freely imparting
Yeah,
the
look,
world's
it's
wisdom
the-
to
the
the once
stone
ignorant mortals.
on the
Under
tree.
their guidance, humanity built courtyards within the forest.
That's
and
another area to
established
explore that I
schools,
probably will not
which
touch.
eventually evolved
I
into
still
the
haven't
Grove of
explored
Epiphany
Amphoreus.
we know today.
So it looks like Circes is our next target.
Exactly. Like Kefali, Circes
I was
is a
like-
titan friendly toward humanity.
People are
and
gonna
has
be
even
like, oh, I haven't
willingly
even
entrusted their
E6
core flame to the grove for safekeeping.
I'm
That's
seeing
great
it.
if there's no need for fighting. Just a peaceful retrieval. This mission might be much easier, huh?
Ah, well, it's not quite so easy. The Grove of Epiphany holds an unwavering reverence for Circes. This core flame is something they'd be very reluctant to part with.
Exactly. That's why Akuma must dispatch an envoy to the Grove. In the 3.1 storyline, the Trailblazer will engage in peaceful discussions about reclaiming the core flame with newfound Chrysos heir allies. Absolutely no fighting.
Oh.
But in the recent version trailer, enemies were swarming in like a tide.
Busted. Actually, the Grove was recently invaded by the Black Tide.
What?
Since the Arabellica, a substance known as the Black
Ooh,
Tide,
I'm
has
sorry.
descended upon
I had
Amphoreus,
alerts muted.
whether human or Titan, anyone affected by it loses their sanity. Nikador, once a stalwart defender against the Black Tide, naturally became the most severely corrupted Titan.
I had a
With
feeling.
Nikador's core flame reclaimed, Castrum Kremnos was left without its guardian Titan and was entirely consumed by the Black Tide. Its spread has since accelerated, and now the Grove is its next target.
We must hurry to save them and Cersei's core flame.
Thank you so much, though.
The Grove's crisis cannot be ignored. Our Trailblazer will once again take on the heroic mission of seeking and aiding survivors, gathering intelligence about the catastrophe, and locating Cersei's core flame to bring it back to Akaba.
I'll play the alert at
During
the end
this
of stream.
process, the Trailblazer will encounter a mysterious enemy attempting to steal the core flame. The masked figure shown fighting the Trailblazer in the trailer.
The one with the mask and cloak?
Yo, I thought this was a
They
character.
look like a major villain.
Oh, it's a nice
Hibiscus.
looking
What
design.
faction do they belong to?
They're
It's
an
giving
unknown
Moza
enemy.
design.
This journey to the Grove may be more perilous than expected.
For now, let's call
Oh.
them the Flame Reaver. And to help our Trailblazer
Oh, I forget that they always
navigate their
show us
hero's
the
journey,
bosses.
I brought some intel about this Flame Reaver. In battle, the Flame Reaver can summon clones to fight alongside them.
Oh,
These
wow.
clones
Well,
can launch joint attacks with
It's
the
giving
Flame Reaver.
Aglaya,
Moreover,
but like
the
dark.
Flame Reaver can absorb
evil
these
version.
clones to gain buffs. Consuming these buffs allows the
And
Flame
multiple
Reaver
clones.
to unleash even more devastating attacks.
Ew, that was a
That
really
may
cool
not be a problem for
um,
me, but an
animation.
enemy using clones to fight will surely challenge the Trailblazer.
In combat, the Trailblazer must quickly eliminate the clones to prevent the Flame Reaper from launching joint attacks or gaining enhancements. Honestly, I sometimes wish I had clones to help me manage life.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh.
More clones might mean facing more trials and challenges.
real.
Speaking of trials, I've always been curious about the trial required to ascend as a demigod. Lady Tribbies, you were the very first demigod and therefore first Chrysos heir on this land to pass a Titan's trial. What exactly did you go through when you received Yanis's core flame?
This is a bit embarrassing to say, but we really can't remember those events from so long ago.
It happened during the Era Chrysia. For the people of Amphoreus now, it would be considered ancient history.
That's okay. With the Trailblazer around, anything is possible. In the main storyline of version 3.1, the Trailblazer will harness the power of Orynyx to stir up ripples of the past, guiding everyone to revisit that piece of history. We'll return to Tribbie's homeland and show everyone the Abyss of Fate in its prime. Some long-buried secrets from the Era Chrysia will also be unearthed, becoming clear bit by bit.
So this is what the Abyss of Fate looks like in its heyday. Nothing like the desolate state it's in now.
That's right. In the distant past,
Bro, I can only
the
just
Abyss of Fate
think
was a
about like
city called
how much exploration I
Yanisopolis.
have.
It was Amphoreus' sanctum of prophecy.
If I did
the
100%
ultimate
exploration,
destination for all
that's like a week of
pilgrims,
streams.
and the place where the three
Maybe even
Titans of
more.
Fate revealed their divine miracles.
It seems we'll have the chance to learn how humanity's first
I like the maps though, don't get me
demigod
wrong.
came
I
into being.
definitely like walking
Exactly.
around. But
We'll see about that
100%ing? Oh my gosh.
Trailblazers, uncover this story for yourselves in the main storyline of version 3.1 and learn about Tribbie's past. Now,
Tribbie's
let's
pass?
take a look at the Tribbie of today.
Hey. Alright, chat. Oh. Oh, so cute. What the heck? Oh. Oh my god. Yo. The animations are adorable. What? Oh, the rocket. What the heck? Oh, what a menace. They just happily pressed the button to explode something.
Quick question. The one who popped out of the box holding a letter, was it Trian or Trinan?
Who? I know this one.
Trian.
It was Trinan.
Correct
Oh, damn.
answer.
I was wrong.
Words, though.
Three
Because
big
they look so
babooms,
alike.
exactly.
My teachers often have people unfamiliar with them play the Guess Who I Am game in daily life.
The one who suggested this game, could it be Trian?
I'm gonna need to know
Right
who
again.
is who for
Of
the
course.
story.
The three of them have very different personalities, making them easy to tell apart. Trinan is silent and sharp with both eyes covered. Trian is mischievous little rascal with fringe eyebrows. and Tribbie is the most outgoing and lively.
Typically, Tribbie is the main spokesperson, responsible for communicating with the Chrysos heirs. Trinan focuses on maintaining and interpreting prophecies, while Trian is primarily in charge of opening and maintaining the Century Gate.
So here's a question for me. Why are there 3 of you identical little girls?
That relates to the duties of the Chrysos heirs. We were the world's first demigod, receiving the prophecy of deliverance from Kefali. To spread the prophecy across amphoreus, we split into many versions of ourselves and used Yanis's Century Gate to travel quickly to various places.
Through our teacher's tireless efforts, the Chrysos heirs gradually united as allies. Because of this, our teacher holds great prestige among the Chrysos heirs.
But speaking of opening gates, Trinan previously revealed that Trian is nearing her limit.
Oh
and
no.
might only be able to open the Sentry Gate
I remember
twice
that in the
more.
story.
Don't scare me. So there's a limit to how many times the gate can be opened?
Using divine power to open the gate comes at a
I
steep
thought sister
price.
called Ruby.
Every time the Sentry Gate is used, it takes something out of them.
Bruh.
Over time,
Oh,
this deterioration reaches
that's not a good chat.
a limit.
Reaching that limit won't lead to anything bad happening, will it?
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which
on.
even life itself
Don't
holds
say
little
that.
value. The weight of those words grows heavier, or perhaps clearer, over time.
Oh dear, why is the atmosphere so heavy? Let's not dwell on it. We're prepared for whatever may come, and we want all our friends to stay cheerful.
Guys,
introduce
that's
our
a
abilities now.
sign right there.
All right, no problem. Tribbie is a quantum character following the path of harmony.
100
In battle,
rockets?
She wields a rocket as her primary weapon.
Bruh.
For instance, she can use the rocket to launch enemies and create a special dimension filled with stars and moons. While the dimension is active, enemies take increased damage.
No matter how many times I see it, this combat style doesn't get any less adorable.
Don't underestimate our rocket. It's a genius invention with precision targeting. We've
It's so
refined
cute.
it countless times.
Ba-boom.
Also deal damage to the enemy with the highest remaining HP, depending on the number of enemies hit. The more enemies there are, the greater the damage we deal. Additionally, when a teammate uses their ultimate, we launch a follow-up attack against the enemy.
Even in ever-changing combat scenarios, Tribbie can work closely with various teammates to provide buffs. She can frequently trigger follow-up attacks, helping the team swiftly take down opponents.
Exactly! As a character following the path of harmony, Tribbie
Yeah,
not
where'd
only
the
creates a
gifts
more
go?
advantageous
That's what her
environment
skills
for her
called.
teammates, but is also a capable fighter herself. With Tribbie on the team, you might just unlock new levels of combat potential.
Indeed. Beyond aiding and guiding the
If you're
Chrysos
happy you
heirs
know
on
it,
the
it's her
flame chase
technique
journey,
thing. Oh,
our
that's so
teacher
cute.
is also an essential ally in battle.
All right. Now
Oh.
we've got to know Tribbie.
That is weird.
Let's
She's a
move on to
harmony, but she
discuss
does so much
another key
damage.
character in version 3.1, Mydei.
Hey.
Without further adu, let's watch a video.
Mydei time. Oh. My god. What? Oh. He's handsome, chat. I worry. What if I end up not pulling for him? But I liked how they showed him off in the trailer. Like this part. He's on his throne. That's cool.
Mydei, the crown prince of
And his
Kremnos,
pose.
warrior of Akama, a lone lion, a man among men, a man.
Stop, Albie. Is it really that exciting?
Oh,
To be
he's
honest,
a
Mydei
imaginary
is my
destruction.
idol. He's the ideal version of myself. I aspire to be like him. Strong, unyielding, a real tough guy. No, a tough bird.
A tough guy. Do you
Al-
mean like bathing
the way he
in
flexed.
molten iron, Mr. Albert?
Dang, Albert. I didn't know
Or
you got
perhaps
games like
drinking
that.
the blood of your enemies?
Maybe drinking some of Kremnos' signature pomegranate juice, doing push-ups, stuff like that. Oh.
Give me 500 push-ups. I'll count.
500?
Let's focus on the show first. Doing so many push-ups on the spot isn't appropriate, and
Albert.
viewers wouldn't enjoy watching it either.
I
Don't
don't
be
know.
so sure.
I would love to watch him do push-ups.
Back to the topic. In the
Yeah, his
previous
VA can
story,
definitely do it.
against
His VA's
Nico's
fit.
attack, Mydei single-handedly held back the rampaging Titan, buying precious time for his companions. He's so cool, handsome.
Totally. Even though he might seem unapproachable at first,
Real.
once you get to know him, you'll see he's super reliable.
Through rigorous self-discipline, day in and day out, he's always ready to step up at critical moments. If I had such a dependable and capable leader, I'd follow him to the end of the earth. But there's a line in his character description that really caught my attention. The blood of patricide flows through Kremnos' royal line. Ooh, sounds like Mydei bears a heavy past.
Castrum Kremnos has a tradition of being crowned in blood. Since its founding, every new king of Castrum Kremnos has killed the reigning king to claim the throne, without exception.
Yikes! So that's how
Dang.
it is in a city that worships strife. Bloody succession to the throne.
Because of this tradition, and a prophecy foretelling Mydei's eventual ascension, his father cast him into the Sea of Souls shortly after his birth, attempting to kill him before he could grow up.
Oh.
That's so cruel! How could he bring himself to do that?
Oh,
But, in the end,
he's crying.
Mydei returned to Castrum Kremnos with an immortal body. He led the discontented citizens of Kremnos away from their mad king, wandering the lands and waging war until he joined the flame chase journey.
What doesn't kill him only makes him stronger, huh?
All right,
But
Albert.
why did Mydei refuse the core flame of strife and give it to Phainon
Dang,
instead?
that was crazy.
With
He
his
would have
combat
died.
prowess, if he accepted
Mydei
it,
wouldn't have
he'd surely
existed.
become the most powerful demigod, an unstoppable force on the flame chase.
Strife, slaughter, glory. These have been the traditions of Kremnoans and their destiny for 1,000 years. But is this destiny truly what the Kremnoans deserve? I refuse to let such a bloody tradition continue.
But Dee, the Kremnoan people in Akama have always expected you to ascend the throne, lead them back to their homeland, and restore their glory. Now that we've reclaimed Nikador's core flame and located the whereabouts of Castrum Kremnos, how will you answer their expectations?
Give me more time to think.
As the last prince, he is burdened with the fate of an entire kingdom. He must consider their honor and sense of belonging while forging a truly beneficial path for them. Oh, what a heavy task. As for Mydei's decision and the fate of the Kremnoans, stay tuned for the Trailblaze mission in version 3.1.
Yay!
No matter what, I can guarantee one thing. When Mydei is around, he'll have your back, especially in battle.
So have
Mydei
your
is an
back.
imaginary character following the path of destruction.
Holy!
In combat, he leverages his undying body to engage the enemy.
Yeah, how come he's
His
not
undying
fired,
nature
chat?
grants him an extremely high max HP.
In battle, I utilize my HP advantage against
Maybe
the
he can
enemy.
work well with Rappa.
By consuming my
Locha, Sunday,
HP,
Tribbie,
I
and
also
Mydei.
unleash even greater power.
Exactly! Mydei keeps track
But
of his total
blood for
HP lost
blood.
during combat. Once the accumulated loss reaches a certain threshold, he enhances himself, fully demonstrating his prowess as the Kremnoan warrior. During this
Ooh.
time, he unleashes a storm of attacks on his enemies, dealing massive
Kingslayer
damage and
be
showing
king.
them the wrath of Kremnos' crown prince.
I kind of like his skills.
Wow!
Ooh.
He's so imposing! Like a lion dominating the battlefield!
Oh, he's
My
a blade.
head state. I sacrifice defense for greatly increased
see.
HP and max HP.
Oh,
As
7
my
to blade.
HP continues to drop, my abilities transform further, delivering even more destructive blows to my enemies.
A warrior rejected by death. Let's battle till the world's final breath.
A
Yo.
truly death-defying combat style. The spirit of Cremnoan warriors is no joke.
All right.
Dang.
Next, let's take a
Oh,
look
it's
at
Tower
version
of Flower.
3.1's banners.
In version 3.1's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character, Tribbie! The
Okay,
limited
okay.
5-star light cone, if time were a flower, will also have a boosted drop rate.
In version 3.1 second half warp event,
All
Trailblazers
right.
can acquire the limited 5-star character Mydei. The limited 5-star light cone, Flame of Blood, Blaze My Path, will also have a boosted drop
Yeah, the
rate.
4 stars are,
Additionally,
you
these
know.
characters and light
Oh,
cones
yummy.
will be rerun.
Oh,
And all right.
oh,
Time for a short break.
my
The
girl.
program will resume in just a few moments.
Yo, second code. Oh, sorry, I'm in the way. There you go. Yo, hey, Hua Hua is great, by the way. She's E2 for me. Yeah, the 4 stars though, like at this point, I mean, I don't know how it is. Well, for newer players, it might be good. I don't really remember. But yeah. Dang, I know for sure I'll probably pull the triplets, because Harmony, Quantum, you know, and the way they play is very like a DPS. I'm kind of curious. New players, E6 Arlen, he's meta. Don't listen to Powderana. Hua evaded me last time. I really like Hua, especially in DOT. So good. All right.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at the new content coming in version 3.1. First, the Divergent universe will introduce a brand new research topic related to amphoreus.
Divergent universe? What's
Nice.
that?
Oh, right. Mydei, you might not know yet. Simply put, it's a study on mortals and fate. As mentioned earlier in the program in version 3.1, the Trailblazer will head to the Grove of Epiphany, a renowned academic institution in Amphoreus. The scholars of the Grove wove vast amounts of knowledge into the memory of the sacred tree. However, due to the corrosion of the Black Tide, much of this network
Oh
has
yeah, that
decayed,
looks like a new
leaving
light
only
cone.
fragments of text intact. Therefore, the Grove's librarians
profile,
hope the Trailblazer
light
can
cone.
become the inheritor of this library's knowledge, preserving these memories and passing on the flame of Amphoreus' civilization.
Even in this era of endless strife and the relentless Black Tide, as long as true history remains, the flame of civilization will endure.
That's right. The Grove not
In the
only
corner,
collects
right next
myths
to
and
this.
histories
Isn't
of
that a light cone?
Amphoreus, but
A light
also
cone.
records the Trailblazer's journey. By integrating Titan technology, they've created Divergent Universe Protean Hero.
Since it's Titan technology, it's bound to be distinct from the Divergent universe the audience is familiar with. Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, you must have one. This time, the battles revolve around the day and night system.
Wow.
First,
Oh wait, I
each
forgot.
battle alternates between day and night. These two states bring different boosts
Wait,
to
is that like the
combat,
one, the
and
puzzles?
additional effects occur during transitions between day and night.
Wait a
At the
minute.
start of exploration, Trailblazers must choose the state
Wow.
that best suits their team's traits.
Ain't
As
no
exploration
way.
progresses, after entering a certain number of domains, Trailblazers can also select a day and night blessing, known as Golden Blood's Boons.
Wow.
These blessings take effect during the corresponding state. Trailblazers can choose different branches of blessings to further enhance combat effectiveness in specific states.
The figures appearing on the day and night blessings look so familiar. Why is that?
Indeed. This
Oh.
is also Titan technology and another highlight of Divergent Universe Protean Hero. The new day and night system and its blessings are closely tied
Interesting.
to the Titans and the Chrysos heirs.
In version 3.1's Divergent universe, 6 types of Titan Odes will be available for Trailblazers to experience. More will be introduced in future versions.
Each Titan Ode corresponds to a different buff system. Trailblazers just need to select the most suitable Titan Ode for their team to tackle
Dang.
challenges with
Not reading?
ease.
The
Air
Grove's
chat.
Divergent universe
E6
offers
character.
the most authentic amphorean experience.
You know,
Clearing the
one
Divergent
E6
universe also
will
rewards
take you
Branch of
far.
Rights.
Trust.
This can be used in the Titan Ode section to unlock more buffs.
Now that's
and
actually kind of
upgrade
cool,
them,
but
as well as uncover
reading
the
is
corresponding
interesting.
Titan's mythological tales.
Now, my 3 dear guests, please choose your Titan.
We're curious about how many Titan stories the Grove has interpreted. So let's go with the one we're most familiar with, Gate of Infinity.
well, reading
If
is a
I could
problem.
learn more about the pass of
'cause, you know,
Nestia
gacha
and
gamers
the
don't
other
read.
Titans, I'm sure it would give the Flame Chase journey a clearer direction. I'll choose Chrysalis of Gold.
Lance of Fury. Let me witness the kind of glory you held in the past.
Oh, his chibi.
Excellent choices. Everyone has very clear goals.
After all that, which Titan will you choose, Owlbert?
The answer lies in the name of this Divergent universe, Protean Hero. The mysteries of Titan technology hold endless possibilities. I firmly believe that if I explore more, I'll uncover more fun, intriguing, and Albert-appropriate ways to play. Besides the day and night system and Titan blessings, the Divergent universe, Protean Hero, also brings more Protean challenges to the Trailblazers. This Divergent universe's conundrum mode will introduce astronomical division gameplay.
Although heroes have countless facets, no matter their nature, they all make choices to climb to higher peaks and experience more intense battles.
But for novices like me, who are unfamiliar with the Divergent universe, what if they can't figure it out?
Yo, we have
Don't
Serval
worry.
on this team.
The Divergent universe of version 3.1
Tribi,
not
the heard
only
of
includes an
Serval
astronomical
and one
division
other
mode,
character, I
but
forgot.
also adds a strategy system. Trailblazers can view and apply strategies and even like and save them.
Oh, wow.
After applying a strategy,
Okay.
the system will give a corresponding recommendation to the Trailblazer based on their currently owned equations, weighted curios, and team lineup. Additionally, in the selection interface for equations and weighted curios, the system will suggest the optimal options.
This way, you can easily follow the guide and enjoy a smoother experience in the Divergent universe. Through the strategy system, you can also jump to an external webpage for more information or even upload your own strategies.
Not only that, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, enemy drops will also
New
transform
item.
into special materials.
Enemy drops. Are you referring to the materials used for character ascension and
Oh,
traces leveling?
okay.
Correct. When you're short on materials for character ascension or traces leveling, the enemy drops can be automatically exchanged for these special materials. Moreover, this update adds
Oh,
a new
memory
exchangeable 5-star Remembrance Light Cone in Herta's store. Rewards like
A
avatars
Remembrance
and
Light
phone
Cone
wallpapers
chat.
from Divergent Universe, the human comedy, will also become available in Herta's store.
Huge. Okay,
In
it's
addition
almost
to
like
the
a
thrilling
profile.
challenges of the Divergent Universe, version 3.1 also brings lighthearted and adorable events for Trailblazers.
First up, let me introduce
Oh.
the Awoo firm.
Awoo.
The Awu.
Awoo.
Wait,
That's so
wrong
cute.
species. The Awoo here refers to the chimeras of amphoreus.
Oh, so that's what chimeras sound like.
That's right. Chimeras are artificially nurtured, adorable little creatures. The residents of amphoreus train these chimeras to help with simple tasks. And the Awoo firm is the organization they work for.
Chimeras have to go to work too?
Surprised, Mr. Albert?
I
The
wonder
war
if
with
they can
Nigador
become
caused
pets eventually.
significant damage to Akama. There's a lot of urgent work to be done, and chimeras are indispensable in the reconstruction efforts. However, among the chimeras, there's a particular squad that hasn't been performing up to expectations lately.
Oh.
So, Trailblazers can take on the role of manager, personally helping the chimeras
Manager.
turn things around and become
Guys,
the
we're
strongest
becoming
team of all.
executive accounts.
The work objectives are clear, but how do we achieve them?
When it comes to work,
Aw.
each chimera has different strengths and, of course, shortcomings. Trailblazers can assign suitable chimeras to tasks, adjust the team composition based on their traits, and create the strongest squad possible.
That's
After
cute.
that, the chimeras will automatically carry out their work.
Why are we what?
As the
what?
manager,
Are we
Trailblazers just need to supervise.
Are we
The
beating
leaderboard
what?
will show team rankings. Keep aiming for a higher performance ranking to help the chimeras outperform other squads.
It's like a
and
Pokemon
become
battle.
Ultimate workplace champions.
Doesn't sound too hard. Even someone like Phainon could handle this with ease. Right?
Don't be so mean to Snowy. And don't underestimate the chimeras, Dee.
Yo, who's that girl in the
Each
back
one
with the
has
pink
a
hair?
unique name, appearance, and personality.
As a manager, you need to understand your employees to assign tasks effectively. Plus, there are some tricky characters to watch out for. For example, there's Shock Force, who's overly eager, and Old Honest, who silently endures everything. I can't go on. What are these names? All right. Let's move on to the next version event.
Recently, in Akima, there's been a surge of counterfeit antiques made with cutting-edge technology, conning many residents. In the event Holy City Appraisals, Trailblazers will assist Theodoros, the antique shop owner, in appraising these treasures and cleaning up the antiques market.
Appraisals? Well, Phainon's weird hobbies are rubbing off on others.
Damn, he roasted Phainon.
Besides, how can the Trailblazers, as outsiders, appraise amphoreus' antiques?
Don't worry, it's simple. Trailblazers only need to submit different materials to Theodoros daily, and the rest will be handled by him. I, Albert, promise there will be no shortage of fun appraisal stories and plenty of rewards for Trailblazers.
Oh.
Okay, now let's take a short break, and the show will resume when we're back.
Right, third code. Wow, so far, so we have, well, new area, new characters, rerun of Hua and Yunli, and then the pet, or it's not pet, but the chimera, event type. Yeah. Nice. I'm kind of curious on what else they'll show. Oh yeah, the boss too. The boss looks cool. I wonder when we'll see them. But yeah, chat. If you guys haven't got the codes, it'll be pinned. Yeah, the boss. It looks like a playable character in like Genshin or something. That was like my first thought.
Welcome back, dear viewers.
Ooh, a
Up
temple.
next, we have a few more version updates to share with everyone.
I heard from the Trailblazer about an old friend called the Gift of Odyssey.
That's right. In version 3.1, Trailblazers can once again earn a 10 warp reward through the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
Additionally, version 3.1 introduces some
new
new
essential
materials.
materials.
For everyone. Stagnant
07.
Shadow, shape of Gelid Moon, and Stagnant Shadow, shape of Slogjaya will be available soon. Successfully challenging
You have to
these
wait
will
to
provide
farm.
Tribbies and Mydei's ascension materials, respectively.
Amphoreus also brings new golden calyxes. Now you can farm credits and experience materials there too.
Version 3.1 also introduces two
Ooh.
new sets of planar ornaments. Bone
Oh,
Collection Serene Domain
Giant Tree
and Giant Tree of
and
Wrapped
Bone
Brooding.
Collection.
You can quickly obtain them through the planar ornament extraction function in the Divergent universe.
In version 3.1, the planar fissure and realm
Okay.
of the strange events will also return. Completing them will earn you double rewards.
Exactly, and that's not all.
Yeah, the Bone Collection
Version
looks like
3.1 brings
it
several
fits
system
Castorice
optimizations
aesthetic.
to Trailblazers. First, the material synthesis system will be optimized. The process of synthesizing trace materials will become much more convenient.
Does that mean we can synthesize purple materials directly from green ones?
Ooh.
That's right.
Wait, that's cool.
Eliminates some of the cumbersome extra steps.
Moreover, The build guide will also receive an update. In version 3.1, when you set a character as the build target, the Interastral Peace Handbook will display all the materials needed for building that character, along with shortcuts to relevant stages to farm those materials. After each preview ends, Trailblazers can even set newly revealed
Now
characters
you have to single-handedly go to the green to craft to the purple, or blue to craft the blue to purple. Now you just go purple and craft. It crafts automatically.
And it looks like we received a special announcement from the project team. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, it's like what Zen.
系列 IP 烧鸡，在温法罗斯3.0版本更新后，我们收到了来自开拓者的许多反馈和建议。从结果来看，3.0的一些内容，它最终呈现出来效果是不够理想的。以开拓任务为例，有时为了打开一扇门要反复推球，或是在直面泰坦前还要四处跑来跑去。 这种疲惫的感受实在不符合星穹铁道一贯的基调。
But they're talking about the
我们一直在对主线体验
the story experience
和优化，包括已上线的3.0和后续所有版本。
Moving forward，
除了先前在开发者电台提到的阅读减负和解谜优化，我们同时也在对任务流程进行重新编排。以3.0版本为例，开拓者在前往过去的
I think this is like really good for players who don't really care for story.
从初始位置开始。
So at least you have the option to still continue and
而原
explore.
本这里的玩法会被安排到主线外，成为开拓者自由探索的选项。当然，还有对白、演出、探索。开拓任务的体验是综合结果。我们会在未来的每一个版本，在方方面面做更细致的打磨，力求给大家带来更好的内容。
开拓者好，我是游戏设计胖克。除了像刚才烧鸡老师说的，我们也正在调整3.1及其后续版本的游戏内容。 以3.1版本为例，我们降低了地图中的敌人数量，并剥离了部分主线流程中的谜题，希望把谜题与剧情的结合更加紧密，且不至有很强的打断感。在原本的设计中，地图中有几处扎格列斯之手玩法，开拓者需要多次切换操作视角，但其实只是为了打开一条通路。在复盘过程中，我们意识到这样的设计不仅繁琐，也没有很强的Honkai。于是我们将这些并不有趣的流程从主线中删除，但是仍可保留地图中的扎格列斯之手的谜题设计，供抱有探索欲的开拓者自行发现。希望我们的调整能让开拓者更好地探索温法罗斯，享受解谜乐趣。同时也欢迎开拓者提出更多的建议和反馈。
Thanks, project team.
Nice.
All right. That brings us to the end.
That was nice that they made a video.
Program. Any final thoughts from our guests?
I hope everyone enjoys diving deeper into amphoreus'
I personally
We can't wait to create more memories.
hope they still give us the option to review it.
May your blade never break, but forever press forward.
There are still countless details in amphoreus waiting to be discovered. I hope you'll forge deeper bonds with this world
enjoyed it.
and its people.
I didn't think they would get rid of it.
There are plenty of chimeras waiting for us to leave.
I hope
them.
it's adjusted.
Well, thank you to all our viewers for tuning in. And now, the version 3.1 special program has come to an end. That's a wrap. Bye-bye.
Bye
now.
Will it really be the end? See. Will it really be the end? Oh, dang. It really is the end. Oh, okay. It really is the end. So, yeah, I feel like when they were doing the radio devs, it was... You know what? Let me switch back. When they were showing the radio dev notes, they did made it look like it was like two options, right, chat? Where you could continue to... Hold on, let me just do this. It was like you can continue to do the puzzles, or you could just skip. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What if they end up changing their mind? I mean, not that I think they will, because they already announced it officially. Yeah, that fell short. Oh, that was a 40-minute live stream. It was pretty straight to the point, like nothing new. But I did like the trailer. I will say. So let me pull up the trailer on the YouTube so I can watch it again. What the heck? Oh, oops. My bad. I pulled up a different game trailer. Let's go here, chat. Wait. With this. There we go. Okay, let's watch this trailer once again. Gotta catch everything. Mydei.
Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you?
I thought the trailer was great, just saying.
Fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Phainon.
Let me have the honor of taking the lead.
Hey.
This journey is forged.
The next patch after would be probably the anniversary patch. Bro, right here. Hello? Hey, yo, it has chat. There's flower. It's rose petals. What if it's like Argency? I'm kidding.
Molded life with their hands.
Look how big the tree is.
Calamity's gate. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the
Friends to enemies to lovers? Oh, crazy. Cute. I really like the amphoreus story, chat. It was the first story to. Ooh, wait. I forgot this guy. He looks like a character.
The son of Urgo is destined to be crowned in blood.
Stay alive.
Can't be killed.
Wait, I just realized Castorice is right there. Oh, how I wish to see you again. Now it's my turn to fight against it. Okay, well, hold up.
Stay alive.
Yo, that was Castorice. Okay, you know what? I'll let it play and then I go back.
It's now my turn to fight against it.
The son of Urgo will be crowned in blood.
Dude, this... Hold up. The way he smoothly slouched into the chair. Oh my god, he's handsome. Gosh darn. He knows he's good looking. That's crazy. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, and then the rest is like the events. Dang. Alright. Let's go back here.
This journey is forged blood and flames.
Okay, hold on. Let me just wait. The silhouettes match up, right? Silhouettes match up? Okay.
3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided Calamity's gate. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate.
Hello, we are Tribbie.
Oh, so Phainon has the no eyes. Trian has 1 eye. Okay. I just like couldn't remember who was who.
It's time to end this. Offer your souls to the blood. The son of Urgo is destined to be crowned.
Okay. And Naxos right there. Okay, Phainon's fighting the mob. Alright, so we see Castor's getting... Yo, chat! Why... From this angle, it looks like Tribi, Trian... It looks like her eyes is like out of her face.
Can't be killed in a single blow.
Oh my god. And we touched Castor's. What the unk?
I wish to see you again.
It's now my turn to fight against it.
The son of Urgo.
Oh!
The son of Urgo will be crowned in blood.
Oh. Dude, it's kind of huge that we touched Castorice.
Can't be killed.
Wait, but she also got hit though. You know, like Castorice is supposed to be like the walking death. She got sliced. Well, and then we catch her.
I wish to see you again.
Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen with the Tribbies.
The son of Urgo will be crowned in blood. The son of Urgo.
Bro, Mydei looks so freaking good when he does that. Oh, I hate it. He just looks so good. Wait, I wanted to go back to the end about the puzzles once again.
开拓者在前往过去的旋风城时，不再需要折返跑图，而是从初始位置开始，通过一条便捷的道路就能直入主题。而原本这里的玩法会被安排到主线外，成为开拓者自由探索的。
Outside of main story.
当然，还有对白。
Hey, I thought it'd be a part of main story, but then you could just skip it.
是综合结果。我们会在未来的每一个版本。
Because like usually whenever I play story, I go straight to the point, right?
力求给大家带来更好的内容。
But now, to me, it might feel like an exploration thing.
说的，我们也正在调整 3.1 及其后续版本的游戏内容。以 3.1 版本为例，我们降低了地图中的敌人数量，剥离。
They reduced the number of enemies, remove several puzzles.
了部分主线流程中的谜题。
Okay, several puzzles.
剧情的结合更加紧密，
So
有很强的
enemies and puzzles, so not all.
设计中，地图中有几处扎格列斯之手玩法，开拓者需要多次切换操作视角，但其实只是为了打开一条通路。在复盘过程中，我们意识到这样的设计不仅繁琐，也没有很强的趣味性。于是我们将这些并不有趣的流程从主线中删去，但是仍会保留地图中围绕这些扎格列斯之手的谜题设计，供抱有探索欲的开拓者自行发现。希望我们的调整能让开拓者更好地探索文法螺丝，享受解谜乐趣，同时也欢迎开拓者提出更多的建议和反馈。
All right.
Thanks, Project T.
I see. Okay. We'll see how it goes, really, because I did feel like some puzzles were like, I don't know, it was a lot at one point. Like doing it the first time is fine, but yeah, the enemies thing, I'm kind of glad I had to pull out Acheron and then, you know, use that for skill points. So I had to keep changing teams for that. Okay, not bad, not bad. I don't know. We'll see, chat. We'll see. Other than that, though, I'm excited for Tribbie and Mydei. I think that's the things I'm looking forward to the most. Oh yeah, and main story.
Oh, no way I tried to